Hi, welcome. I am Zai. Well, at least that's what my nickname is, which I gave to myself. Um, so I'm starting this channel as a online journal, I would say. I will post my thoughts here, and that's about it. Uh, huh. I don't really know how to start the first video, but we'll get there slowly. I heard people find comfort in such kinds of videos. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I kind of enjoy such videos myself. Just people talking. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing here too. But mostly because I want to track my thoughts, my days, and such. I don't know what to say for the first video, at least. I think other people who have started such kinds of videos, they were probably full of ideas. Well, I don't know, it's just a guess. Um, Anyways, how about I tell you a poem that I wrote last night at 12 something, or in the morning, because 12 is basically AM, if you're interested. Alright, so it's called Whispers at Midnight. Let's begin, shall we? I whisper things to the moon, tell it how pretty you are, and how my heart belongs to you. Each night the moon comes, and our conversation is only you. So darling, tell me, will you be mine too? I promise to keep you safe. We could tell the moon our stories, of course, hand in hand. I will keep you warm at night and give you my shoulder every time. Then when you're tired, darling, I will kiss your forehead with a whispering good night. I know it's not that great. It's pretty short, but uh, I don't think poems need to be that long. I have my own opinion on poems. I think poems should be rather short. Well, long poems are fine too, but I think people lose interest quite fast if it's a long poem. Um, I don't think poems need to rhyme that much. I think poems should have more meaning. Uh, yeah, that's what I think a poem should be. For me, at least. Most people would go by the traditional rhyming poem or the pretty 11 stanzas poem. Something like um, who's a good example here? Poems written by uh, really, I forgot. I don't know. Okay, I guess. Oh shit, I don't really know. Okay, forget it. Anyways, I wrote that poem for someone I like, actually. Uh, it's quite. Sometime in the future I will probably go out and make the videos too. But for now, the beginning is my own house, my single room, my bed, my blanket. Although I do think people would find it weird that I, a kid, is talking to a camera. Um, People don't really like YouTubers here because the YouTubers here are pretty much annoying. That's why I think people will judge me, but people are going to judge anyways. It doesn't matter what you do. Uh, you could be doing something good, you could be doing something bad, and people will still have something to judge about you. It could be appearance, it could be the way you speak, the way you dress. People always have something to say. So, be yourself, do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't harm. It doesn't cause any harm to society. Speaking of society, I don't think I should touch that topic just yet. But, I think society is a. How do I say this without getting targeted by YouTube? I think society is a mess. I think people are a mess. I don't think I'm an exception. I am a mess too, but at least I know I'm in a mess. Most people don't even know they are in a mess. They find out pretty late that they are in a mess. And then they regret their lives. I personally have no regrets. Aside from what? Aside from food, denying food, I have no other regrets. Because look, some people would say I did this, that's why I had a bad time and regretted it, but you have to realize that some things. What am I saying? What am I saying? This is oh, pretty bad impression of a first video, huh? Hmm. I'll, I'll, okay, anyways. Okay, I think what I meant to say was most people regret things because they think I could have changed it, but some things are just meant to happen. And even if it does happen, you have to accept it. Many people don't accept what happened, and it becomes a part of their regrets. Maybe you regret it that you didn't study when you were young. Uh, Maybe you regret it not telling someone about your love. Things happen. But you also have to realize why you did not do it. Maybe you didn't study because you were having fun. Maybe you didn't tell her because she wasn't the right one. Maybe you saw something in her that you didn't see when you were in love. Everything has its own reason. $10 minutes. Pretty long for a first video. I'm mostly yapping, so half of the things I say won't even make sense, probably. I think the background is annoying. Please, don't mind it. Well, I honestly have many things to say, but I just don't want to say them on my first video. Because the first video is mostly just an introduction. It's like how you skip the first page of a copy, a diary, you know. It's the same as that. You don't want to use it. And just like that, I'm trying not to yap too much in my first video, which I already have. Damn, I think the background noise is pretty annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear it. By the way, my camera is pretty low quality, so please don't mind that. I'm recording this on a pretty old phone. I don't know, I'll probably get a new phone in the future, but for now, deal with it. Well, I should probably tell you guys about books. I'm a nerdy person. I read books. My favorite author would be Fyodor Dostoevsky. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yes, I like him. Most people would say, "Oh, you're so emo. You like Fyodor Dostoevsky," but I'm not. I'm not like the emo ones. I understand his works. I read his works to understand society, and that's the difference between me and the emo people who read him for funs. And besides, I think the emo people mostly read White Knights and then call it a day. But his main works include The Brothers Karamazov, Crime and Punishment, The Idiot, what else? Demons, The Notes from Underground. Those are his main works, and it tells you how the society treats a man who sees the truth. Well, Crime and Punishment is a bit different because it it doesn't tell you about the society, but rather what a society can do to a man. Yeah, I think 14 minutes of yapping is is enough. This is my first video, and like I said, this is going to be mostly me speaking and yapping, just like how Dostoevsky does in his works. I mean, after all, it's a journal. If you don't yap in a journal, it's not a journal. So yeah, bye.